Work-Life Balance Planner. If you're looking for some tools, we're going to hook you up. When we can live life on our terms, on a holistic level, taking into account not just our business lives, but also our health, all of our relationships, from friends, family, partners, the world changes. All right, so if you're looking for work-life balance planner, what are the tools and methods to get there? Wonderful. I'm going to hook you up with a bunch of tools, some free stuff, and then also give you some other resources. But in essence, something I want you to consider right off the bat is that unless you're one of these very, very unique people that has the ability to shut your phone or your devices and everything completely off and separate and really time block when you're working and when you're choosing to be outside of work, then if you don't have the ability, I hate to tell you, but I think work-life balance is bullshit. I don't think it exists. But wait, I do firmly believe, though, a healthy work-life integration can. And we'll talk about what that means. And that, to me, is what the idea of work-life balance becomes. How do we transition from a reactive shit show to a proactive way that we're actually controlling and building intentionality around our lives? So the first tool right out of the gate is if you go to our website at lifeon-yourterms.com. For free, you can go down about halfway down there. There's a tool called the Balance Wheel. When I work with leaders and individuals across the world, the primary thing we start with is we have to understand and do an initial assessment to define where we are, so that A, we can stabilize. Once we stabilize, then we can visualize. Once we visualize, then we can strategize how we achieve that vision. And lastly, how do we execute with ruthless but compassionate execution? So in the stabilization phase, creating that awareness to help define where we are and where we want to go is going to help you. So go about halfway down that page on the Life on Your Terms site, and you're going to go through, and there's a tool called the Balance Wheel. It takes about 7-8 minutes. Go through, specific to you, and it's going to give you immediate results. It looks something like this. Who knows what yours looks like? But it's going to give you 12 different segments. And what it is that it's broken down in these 4 areas of relationships, which is going to be our friends, our partner, and our family. It's going to have 3 sections around your health, physical, mental, and spiritual. Next area is going to have your professional, your environment, your company, your job satisfaction. And then lastly, your resources, your time, your talent, your treasure. Looking on this as a holistic level is going to give you that awareness of what does that work-life balance look like. This starts off, and with this, make sure that you look at those things and, hey, where am I crushing it? Where are you doing great? So that we can start with those victories. Victories, don't forget to celebrate the victories. We suck at that. But hey, this is strong, wonderful, great. Then there can be some areas for potential growth and opportunities after that. What are the areas I'd like to make them stronger? The next piece then is for you to go through and create a visualization. Now, when we talk about visualization, when I've worked with people in the past, they say, hey, I want you to visualize what amazing looks like in Eden. And inevitably, people are driving a Maserati with a bigger house, a second home, and only flying first class, and then their heads kind of explode. But if you can go back and reference the Balance Wheel and do each segment, what does it look like with that partner? What does it look like for your family? What does it look like for your time? And you go through each one of these segments, and that visualization is going to start to help define where you want to be. Now, how does this work with a healthy work-life balance integration? Is at first you have to clearly define where you want to go. Where do you want to be if you're going to be able to achieve that? So this helps with that visualization piece. Once you start with this, it's going to help you clarify, all right, now I know what good looks like. Then you can actually start building a plan that steps back into it step by step by step. So when we look at these things, I've worked with people, I don't know how often I've seen this, but people get really frustrated. They're like, yeah, no, dude, I just want this right now. Okay, I understand. You want to have it right away and you want it super simple, but there is not a pill for work-life balance. You can't just take it and suddenly you're thinner or better looking or any of those things. You're not just going to find that work-life balance. You have to create that awareness of what it is and where you want to be. But let me help you understand why that's important. So I have the good fortune to work with CEOs and some really heavy hitters. And people typically look at, oh, well, I'm just trying to drive my business. I want that to be strong. Okay, I understand that. But when you can look at your entire life and really have a healthy work-life integration and say, when you're the best dad or mom, when you're the best partner, when you're your best friend, when your health is spectacular, in your physical, your mental, and your spiritual, you're sleeping like a baby, you feel wonderful. Well, the actuality is that you're going to be better in business and you will make more money. I promise. It's hard to sort of get your head wrapped around that, but the intentionality of when you live your life in a holistic, intentional way, things get stronger and stronger and stronger. So at Life on Your Terms, we do offer an entire course. There's 2 separate courses. One is going to help you to go through the stabilization process. We've got custom video for each one of the slices of the pie on how to address those things and get stronger, as well as how do we learn to dream again. So we visualize, but then we have a tool that we call the life-changing goal. But if you can basically come up with your own personal BHAG, thank you, Jim Collins, big, hairy, audacious goal that integrates for your life, mine is to introduce 1 million people to you. That helps you start having the ability to say no and clear define where you want to go. When you know where you want to go, you can say no to all the other minutia that's around there. And you transition from that reactive state to that proactive state. So then the second part of the course, the second course we have, actually helps you take all the tools that you've done, and this is mine, but we actually create an entire roadmap on how you can achieve those dreams. And that roadmap has your values. It's also going to include your life-changing goal, a visualization of what amazing looks like, creating a process for both you as a couple, if you're in a relationship, individually for your partner so you can be their champion, breaking it down into quarterly objectives, rocks, creating success metrics, one and dones, and my favorite, making sure you have a big bucket list. We have coaches that can help with this. We also offer certifications. If you are a coach and you're looking for tools, we've got dozens of tools that you would have access to be able to use this to help empower your teams. I've done this with leadership teams, individuals, couples, to help them look at success in a different way and really, truly thrive. And I can tell you for me personally, my wife and I live in the woods at about 10,000 feet, about 30 miles from Vail, Aspen, and Breckenridge, right between all 3 of them. I feel like the luckiest cat on the planet. I get to work with people I love working with, and I help people, and I get to make an impact, and I do well financially. As well as we take 2 months off a year for adventure travel. But this was all built with intention. It's not in a reactionary mode. I feel like I have that balance. However, sometimes it's not always there, but it's been intentionally built with that. So if you'd like to learn more, or you had any value with this, if you'd like to learn more, please reach out directly at lifeon-yourterms.com, or please subscribe to this channel. We've got a bunch of other videos, but we'd love to hear from you. Keep smiling.